You know, as far as I can tell, like watching Tony at Tribal Council, like that's the only reference point I have right now. You know, it seems like Tony's playing a darn good game, like a perfect game almost. You know, I guess something that like hasn't really come out is like his personal relationships with the other players in the game now and then in the game earlier. It doesn't. I haven't necessarily heard other people saying like, I had a really great talk with Tony. Like, I really like, you know, how Tony's treating me. Like, I really enjoy. Like, for me, I'm a social player. My game is a social game. I'm not the greatest at strategy, as we could tell, but like when I play the game, I work on like meeting people and getting to know them, learning about them. Maybe that hasn't come out so much with Tony at Tribal Council. Like I would want to hear from Tony about, you know, some of these relationships that he's built and how he used those relationships to his advantage to get further in the game. And what I'm seeing with Tony is that like he's done it. I feel what I'm seeing from Tony is I feel he's got a good idea on how to separate the game and gameplay from personal relationships. And for me personally, that was really difficult for me to do in the way I play the game. Like my personal relationships and gameplay totally blurred lines, and that's why I struggled with like looking at someone in the eye and like knowing I'm voting them off, but like learning about their family life. That was hard for me. Like I don't like to lie, you know, I don't like to backstab, I don't like to do any of that stuff because it just made me feel bad about myself. But I can respect someone that can do that. So I think he's done a good job separating game from personal relationships. But I would like to hear him like talk about how he's, you know, met people and learned about them and you know, those type of friendships that he's made in addition to the gameplay. I can make a strong case for Natalie to win this game. I think Natalie has done an incredible job on the Edge of Extinction. She has crushed the Edge of Extinction. She outplayed every single person that's been to the Edge, and that's incredible because I was there for a long time, and she definitely did a better job than I did out there. She was the first to arrive. She found a lot of the advantages. She won a bunch of the challenges we had out there. She was able to kind of do a good job becoming friends and developing relationships with people out there. I felt very close to Natalie on the Edge of Extinction. She won her way back into the game. She bought other people's idols. Like, she's done a really incredible job. The best job she could possibly do on the Edge of Extinction, hands down. If Edge of Extinction was a game in its own, she would win, hands down. However, as a kind of Survivor purist, when you kind of compare Natalie to, you know, the other people in the game, like I always come back to the fact that like if you're the best at Survivor, you never get voted out. That's it. If you can make it through the game without getting voted out, you deserve to win. She got voted out first. So obviously her game wasn't good enough in the first 24, 48 hours of the game because she got voted out. So like, it's just hard for me to place who's doing a better job. A great Survivor player is someone who is well-rounded enough to be able to outwit, outplay, and outlast the other contestants. Pretty cliche answer. But the beautiful thing about Survivor is like there are so many different ways to play the game, so many different ways to win the game, and you know, you could be a expert strategist, you could be a challenge beast, you could just be someone who's been able to like, you know, flip-flop back and forth. You know, that's why Survivor is such like a beautiful game. It touches every single part of you as a human being, mental, physical, social, spiritual, environmental, financial. And so someone who can tap into all those different parts of themselves and kind of influence the other people around them is who I feel makes a great survivor.